Hello, everybody. This is Fernando for the latest Godzilla Rant podcast. I've been getting, for a while now, not as much, but I've get every now and then, ever since I really started to have this YouTube channel kind of take off. I've been getting requests by some of you out there to, take a look and see how you can grow your own subscribers, how you can get more people to watch your channel. Every now and then, it's not prominent, but every now and then I will have somebody that I will ask or direct message and ask, how do I get more people to watch what I'm doing? I don't get it. I don't get what's happening. And so I wanted to create this video to essentially educate those out there how I learned when it came to creating a YouTube channel and creating one that draws people in and keeps people in, and at the same time shares information that I love with others that are huge fans of what I love as well. And at the same time, it's how to also use this stuff to make not good money, but essentially make some money, so that way it's a win-win situation for everybody. So there's really just three things that one should just keep track of when it comes to making YouTube videos and how to make money off of them. That there's really no science to it, but these three things I've just pretty much stuck to ever since I first started about 2 years or so ago. And if you follow these examples, by all means, there's a good chance that you'll be able to enjoy some success within the YouTube world. Not mega success, and you can do it definitely, but with regards to enjoying the super mega success that you see others have, it takes a lot of work to do that. I'm just doing this pretty much for my free time, and that way I don't really have it be considered as work. It's more just fun. But if you definitely want to take it to the next level, by all means, you absolutely have that path ready to go with you. So these are the three things that I've come up with regards to creating a successful YouTube channel. And really, it's all because I use others as examples. There are some of the people that I subscribe to that consistently do these three things, and I in turn follow their example to try to do it on my channel as well, and it seems to have worked. So the first thing that you want to do to be a successful YouTuber is be original. Stay original. That's probably the most important thing. And what I mean by that, because it is kind of vague, is being original means being able to have something that you can create that'll keep people coming to you as opposed to going to others. And it's quite as simple as that. Think of it like in the world of business. The reason why businesses are successful on one part is because they created something, a product or a service that drew people in and keeps people in. So if you can do something that's original that'll keep people coming to your channel, then you've pretty much conquered one of the most important things. And also, when it comes to being original, is being able to create something that is interesting. You want to be able to keep people attracted to your YouTube channel. It's very hard to do this if you're doing something that's monotonous, something that can easily be boring, or something that's repetitive, something that would just draw people away. Probably one of the best examples, and this was before I started YouTubing, there was a splurge of these YouTubers out there that were all females, girls, where they would make these monotonous videos where they would just, wear low-cut tank tops, and that was just to attract viewers, and they would just talk about nothing. They would talk about something, but they didn't really add any relevance to it. The whole point was for someone to click on their YouTube video to get the ads, and then when that happened, people would realize, oh god, 15 seconds in, this is so boring, this is nothing what I expected. Yeah, it's good to look at her, but other than that, what else is there? And so just as quickly as they came, they dropped, mainly due, of course, to changes that YouTube had with AdSense, because they were kind of abusing essentially what AdSense had. But the most prominent ones, the YouTubers out there that have stayed for years, they're the ones that have stayed successful because they are original. They create the content that attracts people, and they create the content that keeps people, and that's the most important thing out there. How do you be original? Be creative. Talk about something. If you're gonna give a review about a movie, argue for something in the movie, argue against something within the movie, present evidence as to why, make it seem that it's 100% like why you think that angle as opposed to others out there. And at the same time, if it's something that people are passionate about, then that's really, really good on that part. So be and stay original, the most important thing. The second most important thing, and not quite as strong as the first one, but still, when it comes to the YouTube world, it's kind of important, is stay consistent. And what I mean by that is create videos on a consistent basis. With regards to YouTube, they reward people who create videos, let's say several per week. And when I say several, maybe 2 or 3, maybe upwards of 5 videos per week. YouTube will start recognizing this as someone who is helping them out. The whole point of YouTube is to have people create relationships where these people can create videos for them, and in turn YouTube rewards these people by making them partners. And the only way to do that is to stay consistent. If you're creating one video every month, you will never have the partner status. And it's important to get that partner status, because when you get that status, then you're able to make money off of the YouTube videos. Using my own example, with regards to when I first started the Godzilla channel, I probably average now maybe about 2 or 3 videos a week on there. There was a time when I was doing them almost daily, but it all depends, of course, on how much news there is associated with the Godzilla film. But at the same time, I started creating other stuff like the Cryptids and Monsters channel, and I created the Urban Legends channel, and now the Godzilla Rant channel, all as a way to stay consistent. And so when YouTube notices that within your channel, then you get the partner status, and then you start getting monetization, which is the whole goal. If for most YouTubers out there, is to get the monetization. It's important to have this because what's the point? Otherwise, you're doing all the work for YouTube, and YouTube is getting rewarded for everything, and you're getting nothing on there. Using again my own example, it probably, if I remember correctly, it took me about 5, maybe 6 months until I got the email from YouTube that said, "Congratulations, you are now eligible for monetization." And when I clicked on it and I followed all of the instructions, I still didn't even get monetization at that point, because you kind of still have to prove to YouTube that now that you're a quote-unquote partner, can you continue to do the stuff they want. And so it took me, I think, almost three more months or so. I was well into month 9 or 10 until I finally was able to get my videos monetized. And now it's to the point that it's instantaneous. So it takes a work, but if you're passionate about what you want to do, and as long as you stay consistent, you'll get there. And the third item I would recommend, and I've run into this several times, stay legal. And what I mean by that is, be sure that the videos you're creating are not infringing on any kind of copyright, any kind of trademark, nothing that would essentially give YouTube a reason to strike you down. In the world of YouTube, you pretty much get 3 strikes and then you're out. And what happens is, when you create something, the minute you use a music portion of some sort, that's why those of you that have asked me in the past, why don't you use the Godzilla theme within your videos? The reason for that is, the minute I do that, 5 seconds later I'll have my video struck down by Toho and who knows how many other companies. And so that would just be a lose-lose situation for me. And so anytime you create a video, there are so many legitimate owners out there of music, of videos, of images that place what's called Content ID. They place their work within this Content ID, and that essentially has it so that anytime anyone uploads a video, YouTube will cross-reference that video towards the Content ID database. I think that's how it works. That seems to be the one that makes the most sense. I could be wrong on how it is, but based on what I've read, that's the concept that seems to work, that seems to make the most sense. And so what happens is, whenever that occurs, you have, if anything falls under that Content ID match, then you're donezo. You pretty much get a copyright strike, or you can get a warning, or you can get shut down. It all depends on how quickly YouTube wants to pull you down for this. So as long as you stay legal, you create content that does not infringe against any manner, then you can continue to make as many videos as you want and get them monetized without having to worry about your YouTube channel being taken down. I've run into this twice, and unfortunately that's why those of you loyal fans that suddenly saw a whole bunch of videos deleted, it was because I guess Toho finally said enough with any and all that talking about Godzilla, and they decided to pull down anything that has to do with any kind of relatable images and video and soundtracks associated with Godzilla. So I'm clean now, so everything is fine on my records, but anything as far as others that are still doing that, you run into that land where you will be struck down, and you will not have the opportunity to create another channel on there. So pretty much those are those three things. If you wanted to, let's say, create a successful YouTube channel, those are the three things I recommend. Again, they are stay original and stay consistent, and then stay legal. And as long as you do those three things, you should be fine. Hopefully those of you that listen to this, if this sparks the idea of you creating a YouTube channel, by all means go forward. If you want to try it later on, by all means go for it then. If you have a phone, if you have a computer, if you have an iPad, you have the ability to create videos. It's fun. I highly recommend it for anybody out there. I would so love to do so many more videos, but sometimes I just don't have time for this. Like, I would love to create a channel for Captain America movie news. I would love to create one for the Batman Superman movies. I did have one for Star Wars, but I kind of stopped on there because I knew it was going to be the same copyright infringement nonsense and battle until the movie's released, so I kind of stopped on there. But otherwise, it takes work, it takes patience, but if you're willing to do that, then you'll do fine. So thanks again, everybody. Take care.